Today's video is just a quick little review of the Kubota 2380, a little diesel tractor. Had it now for probably 6 years, and I just changed the hydraulic fluid on it yesterday. It's important with these little tractors that you keep up the maintenance. The hydraulic fluid I'm at 113 hours, which is not a lot, but you're supposed to change it, the filter, at 50 hours and clean the little screen. And it's pretty simple to get to. It's just back in here. There's a screw back there. You can take this tire off to get to it, but if you just lay down on your back, you can get to it pretty simple. Just pull that screen out. Ironically, I didn't look at that screen at the first 50 hours, but I looked at it yesterday, and mine did not have a bit of shavings on it. And I've been watching people with videos after 50 hours full of shavings, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if I baby it. I don't know if it just didn't get any shavings for whatever reason, but I was happy to see no shavings. I do really take care of this tractor because it's really a cool little tractor and it does so much. The only issue that I've had with it so far has been really just one issue, and I'll show you. This handle, and other people have had the issue. This is your power handle. I've had it to where it will just stick. It'll slip backwards and it'll go back down. So all you got to do is remove this one screw, and there's a double nut. You got to make sure you tighten that. So I did that. And really just grease it. Like these are the grease fittings. You want to make sure you put grease there. You got to make sure you grease it there. Anywhere where there's a grease fitting. There's one right there. Of course, the same place is on the other side. And then there's one that nobody really tells you about. And down in there. You got to make sure you keep grease on all these fittings. Diesel engine. Just have to come off here to be able to get to that. But it's awful loud because it's a diesel. But it runs great. This is your air filter. You definitely want to make sure you keep your air filter clean. And then one last thing that you want to make sure you keep an eye on is these are your hydraulic lines, so you want to always check those to make sure there's not a tear in there or anything. To change the oil is very simple. There's your oil filter, and there's a plug underneath. It takes, I want to say it, I've got new oil in there, 1540 oil. It doesn't take much. So it's very simple to change the oil. I like to change the oil every 50 hours. The book calls for changing it every 200 to 300 hours. I think that's too long. So I've never had an issue with changing oil. I think you're better off to change the oil than to not to. The other thing that you want to be careful on this VX, this is your lubrication for your front axle. And typically when I've checked it before and it's been low. So make sure that you have 90 weight oil. all the oil that I use is from Kubota. You can use generic oil, whatever you want. Here's how it works. You've got neutral. You've got four-wheel drive. I like to have it in two-wheel drive most of the time, because you don't want to always run anything in four-wheel drive if you don't have to. Pretty simple gauges. Turn it up. This is your hydraulics. You can raise or lower it. This is for your bucket. Raise it. That turns your bucket. Up and down. And this is basically your up and down movement. So it's very simple to operate this tractor. When you drive it, you can drive it at about 2 RPM. You don't need to go any faster than that. It goes very slow, but we're not looking to win any races with this thing. You can go forward, and you can go backwards. So you can hear that whining. That's just the hydraulic fluid. The transmission runs off the hydraulic fluid, and you use the Super UPD or UDP from Kubota. Best to use that. Like I said, I use that Kubota brand wherever I can. So I'm just going to give you a quick little demonstration on the loader. You want to go in and pick up a load? What you're going to do, you're just going to approach the load. Keep the bucket pretty straight. You're just going to push right in. And lift it up. Give it a little bit of extra power. And then push your bucket back where you have your load even. Now, what you want to do, you never want to drive with your bucket up, because you can feel the weight of that. So VXs are known to flip over. So you have to be very careful you don't flip this thing over. So take your time and just be careful driving. So if you want to just drop the load, get up to your pile, and just turn the handle to the right. Put it right back where we got it. That's about it. This little guide right here makes it to where you can see when the bucket is straight. Kind of handy to have. But you can see there how, if you're not careful, this thing can get away from you. So take your time with it. It also has turn signals. Right? And then it has lights. So it's great at night. I was out plowing snow with it this year, and wonderful. This thing is like an extra, it's like having an extra wheelbarrow. You can do so much with this little tractor. I don't know what it costs now, but when I bought it 5 years ago, brand new, it's about $18,000. But I'm sure now with inflation and everything else, it's probably $20,000. Just if you're going to buy one, you know you can buy it just the tractor. There's all kinds of accessories. That's a tiller. I've got a post hole digger over there. Of course, I got the box blade here, and then I've got a 3-point hitch, which really helps to be able to get these things on and off real easy. It does take diesel fuel, and the price of diesel is skyrocketing right now. Hopefully that'll change soon. But anyway, any questions, certainly put down in the comments. Be happy to help.